Hey, really looking forward to Monday's podcast. You recognize this guy, Dave Gray, CEO of Daxko. Thanks for the time.
Yeah.
We just got through taping your podcast, and it is gold. It's fantastic.
Good.
So thanks for joining us. Good times at Daxko. You guys are getting it done in all kinds of different ways.
We are trying every day.
Yeah?
It's not as easy as it looks from the outside, probably, but we're having a lot of success. Yeah.
You are a guy. You're such an encourager and mentor to many businesses, many entrepreneurs. Is it easy for you to give back because so many folks have kind of given back to you over the years, or what's the motivation there?
Yeah, I mean, that's part of it. I think if we're going to be successful as a city, I think we all need to be cheering for each other, and so that's a big part of it. And I was mentioning to you before, this is a hobby to me. What I do for a living, I'm just extremely interested in the concepts of how do you get businesses off the ground, how do you grow businesses, how do you become a better leader. So I read about it all the time myself, and I like sharing what I've learned and what I've experienced myself. And usually when I'm sharing those with other people, I'm hearing what they're going through, and I'm learning something from it as well. So I think it serves both parties, and so I enjoy doing it.
We do a little fun thing, 5-question Friday. You ready
I've heard
for this?
Yes.
All right, here we go. So you're an Auburn grad and a big Auburn fan. I saw you and a buddy of mine, Tyler Stone. I saw a picture of you guys at the national championship game a few years ago.
We won that one.
You did.
I won't mention the other one we didn't win.
That's right. We'll leave that one out. So tell me, you're a fit guy, so I'm curious about this. So for Dave Gray, what is a great game day? What's your favorite game day food?
Wings. I would say wings, and a close second would be Kaneka sausage. And then we make my wife and I make a pretty good homemade guacamole that would be a nice accompaniment to that too. So
I went to Bama, but I'm tempted now after that. That's awesome. So your first job ever was the drive-thru at McDonald's?
My first tax-paying job was a drive-thru attendant at McDonald's, yes.
I mean, CEO is tough, but see, I think working a drive-thru, that's a tough gig, right?
It was good. I worked for a very detail-oriented franchise owner who I think was actually good training for life.
I bet.
He was not a pleasant person to work for, but he was very disciplined.
Yeah, I thought that was code, a detail-oriented guy.
Yeah, but it was good for a 16-year-old to learn under somebody like that.
And where was this?
This was in the metropolis of Jacksonville, Alabama.
Oh, that's big time.
Yeah. So I was dealing with college students coming through the drive-thru.
That's that perfect. All right, so you may be healthy now and may not eat there much, but what's the best thing on the McDonald's menu?
You know, unfortunately, I have not eaten there probably in years, but I will tell you, old school, it's the Big Mac. That's still the best.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Big Mac, a good traditional guy.
Yes.
So you're not a McRib guy.
I'm not McRib.
What is the McRib?
I'm not sure what.
Always wondered. All right, you travel a lot. You do some fun travel. So some fun travel. You and your family like to travel, right?
Yep.
For business, we were going to tape this, and you got stuck somewhere out west.
Yeah.
So I know you travel a lot for business as well. Any travel tips to save the headache and the heartache of traveling today?
Getting TSA pre-certified is important. That's the first one. The other thing is take the earliest possible flight. Statistically proven, they're delayed less. And so if you want to get where you're going on time, you need to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and take the 5:40 flight.
Oh, good.
That's the best advice.
That's a good nugget.
Yeah.
You are a runner. You still run?
I do.
Consistently?
Pretty consistently.
Is that what is your? This is not on the list. A bonus question.
Yeah.
What's your morning routine exercise? What does it look like?
Yeah. So when the weather's nice, which in Birmingham it's usually nice, I will run outside probably 2 to 3 days a week, and then I also do Iron Tribe 3 days a week.
Good. Okay.
And so I'll balance those two. I kind of swap it out. And then when the weather's not so good, I'll usually go into my neighborhood YMCA and I'll get on the treadmill or I'll do spin. I occasionally do spin classes, which I like. And it's always, if I don't exercise before 6 a.m., it ain't happening.
Right.
So it's always before 6 a.m.
So what is the most amazing place that you've ever gone for a run?
Yeah, I like my favorite place. I travel a lot, and running's easy because I just put shoes in the bag, and it's easy to not have excuses. And so I love running like on the Embarcadero in San Francisco or the lakefront in Chicago, which is where I really got into running when I lived up there. The mall in Washington, D.C. early in the morning is fascinating to be able to run by the Capitol and the White House. Probably the most unique place I ever ran, I was with two customers, CEOs of customers of mine, and we were all three in Hong Kong speaking at a leadership event. And we ran through the city of Hong Kong. And then kind of on a dare, on the second day we were running, we jumped in and swam in Victoria Harbor, which is a shipping channel, which you should not be swimming in.
I would bet.
But we have a really funny picture from that. So that's probably the most unique run I've been on.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right, final question. Books that change your life that you recommend to everybody that asks you, Dave Gray, what book do I need to read? What's on your go-to list?
Yeah, probably the first one, if I go all the way back, I was a newlywed. This would have been in 1995. I read The Habits of Highly Effective People by John Covey. And that was probably the biggest impactful book. I mean, concepts like circle of concern versus circle of influence. I think if everybody could live their life by that one tidbit, we'd all be a lot better off of focusing on what you actually can impact and not so much all the other noise around you that I think people get caught up on.
Yeah, and it sounds like a recent book that you love is
Shoe Dog was a fantastic story about Nike and how that got started. And so if you're an entrepreneur or you're interested in running or you just like the Nike brand, that is definitely a book worth reading.
That's awesome. Yeah. Dave Gray, he is our guest on the very next Blueprint podcast. It's going to be fantastic.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir.
Had fun.
Let's go get a Big Mac.
Yes, exactly.
My wife would kill me if we do that. We won't. Thanks so much, Dave Gray, on the very next Blueprint podcast. See you then.